Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you watched my older videos and you're an old-time subscriber, you will know that I did a video about maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, about how to get a cheap reborn. And the video wasn't very good, so I thought I'd redo it. Like my last video, I just thought I'd say this is not how to get a free reborn, because I don't think that's possible unless you win a giveaway or you get it donated to you. And at the end of this video, I'll also be discussing where you can get very cheap accessories and clothes for your reborns, because the last thing you want to do when you bought an expensive doll is to have to spend more money on more clothes and accessories. Well, I guess you don't have to, but it would be nice to have those extra things. So the first tip I have to get a cheaper reborn is, if you are buying a doll from eBay, you can use the filters to find a doll that is potentially cheaper. So you could say, I'd like to find one under a certain amount of money, or you could put pick up only and put like nearest first, so you can find some in your area. Because I actually got a doll, it was an Ashton Drake, so I guess some people may not say it's a real reborn, but I'll just show you a picture anyway, because I feel like he's quite realistic and was good for the money. So basically it was a bidding doll. You had to bid for it, but because it was pick up only, a lot of people weren't interested, because a lot of people don't really want to go out of their way to pick something up. So I actually got this doll for only £10, but I guess if you add on the fuel, it would be a little bit more. Another thing about eBay, which makes it sort of good for buyers but not for sellers, is that timing is everything with bids. Like, I got this doll, Alfie, for £60 plus I think it was like £10 postage. So overall I got a really good high quality reborn for only £70, and that is amazing. And basically what happened was I bidded on him, and it was just a bit of a quiet time, so I guess not many people were bidding at the moment, and so I was like against another bidder, but in the end they gave up and I bid at the last minute and I won him. eBay also sometimes has a best offer on some of its listings. So basically, if you see a listing that says best offer, that means you can send them an offer for what you would pay for it. And I'm not really encouraging people to lowball, which means when you like send a ridiculous offer, like if it was like £500, you wouldn't put £50, I don't know, just an example. But like, it's sometimes worth a try to see if you can get maybe a little bit off the price they're asking for, because that best offer button is there for a reason. And sometimes when I'm selling dolls, if it doesn't sell for a long time, sometimes I do put best offer and get offers lower than what I'd usually ask for, and that's because I kind of just want to get it sold sometimes. Like, if I really need the money or I just want it out the way, I will ask for offers. But try not to offend people, because even though it does say best offer, sometimes if you go a little bit too low, it kind of grinds people's gears and they'll either accept or not. So basically, it's worth a try if you want to get it a little bit cheaper. And if you're not familiar with eBay and you don't use it, well, Facebook Marketplace is the next best thing, because most sellers on there want to sell locally, which means you probably get a better deal. But then again, there's probably less choice as well. Unless the place is really popular, it's harder for people to sell locally, and they're probably going to drop the prices like lower than what you'd find elsewhere. Okay, so my last tip on how to get a cheaper reborn, and I know this isn't really for everybody, but here is my suggestion, that you paint your own. I know some people might not be very arty, but you may surprise yourself, because I started reborning maybe about 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago, or it could have been 3. So if I want a particular kit and it's too expensive for me to go to an artist, I can literally just paint my own. So I literally save hundreds of pounds just by painting my own. And although the materials and everything might cost quite a bit, a lot of the materials you can reuse, like the paint, for example. I'm going to put up all the prices of everything and everything you need, but basically the paint, you can use it again and again and again until it runs out. Just for your curiosity, I'm going to put a picture of my first Reborn on the screen now. Obviously, like any other hobby, it does take practice, so your first Reborn might not be spectacular, but if you follow the tutorials and everything, which there is some amazing ones on YouTube, then it is still attainable. On eBay, they sometimes also do starter sets, which literally has everything you need to make your first Reborn. So it'll have the paint, the kit, the stuffing, like literally everything. So if you don't want to buy everything individually, or you're not too sure what to get, then that is probably your best bet. So now I'm going to be moving on to the accessories, and this includes strollers, clothes, car seats, cribs, stuff like that. Now this stuff you can get for free, and the reason you can get this stuff for free but not Reborn dolls is basically because Reborn dolls, they are handmade and people have put a lot of effort into them, so people don't want to really just give them away for free when they've spent money and time on them. But basically this stuff is mainly made in a factory, so to the people who own it, it doesn't really matter. So basically, let's talk about the free stuff first, because I know people will be more interested in getting something for free than paying. So how I got my stuff for free, I didn't get everything for free, but I got a few things for free, is I went on a website called FreeCycle, which is basically a website where people want to get rid of things, they want it out of the way, so basically they just give it away for free and recycle it to someone who would actually use it. So basically I've seen strollers on here, I have seen car seats, which I actually got a car seat for free from, and also I actually put an advert up. You can actually ask for things as well, and I asked if anyone had any baby clothes, and I got those actually for free, like a big bag of baby clothes. So I'll leave a link in the description because it's a great website, because otherwise this stuff may have just gone in the trash. And it is a worldwide website, I think. I'll have to check about that, but I know that people in the United States can use it as well, and it really is better than this stuff going to landfill. So my second way of getting this stuff either for free or very cheap is none other than Facebook Marketplace. I've bought and sold many things on Facebook Marketplace, and often there is very good bargains. So I actually bought a pram from Facebook Marketplace. I actually bought two. The first one I actually bought for £10, and it was literally still in the shops in Argos, selling for, I think it was about like £100. So I saved a lot of money. So then I sold that pram because I was looking for something a little bit different. So I bought this next pram for only £30, which is still very, very cheap, considering how expensive prams are. And if you're wondering what happened to my old pram, and this new pram came with a car seat, so I no longer needed the car seat that I got from FreeCycle. So basically what I did was I actually gave the pram I bought and the car seat I got from FreeCycle, and I basically thought the best thing to do would be to give it away for free. So I gave it to someone who actually had a real child, because obviously it wouldn't be fair if I got those things for free anyway, and that pram was only £10 to sell it on. One thing I've got to say about Facebook Marketplace though is actually some places have cheaper items than others. Like in my hometown, for some reason a lot of the stuff is kind of a bit expensive for pre-owned stuff. But then if I go a little bit further afield, picking up stuff locally, well, I guess it's not really locally if I'm traveling a bit, but basically it's a lot cheaper for some reason. So I actually got another bag of clothes for my big toddler because I just made him, and I was really struggling to find pre-owned clothes for him, which leads me on to the next way of getting stuff for your Reborn, which is charity shops, because as well as getting pre-owned clothes, which sometimes they even sell new clothes that people have bought, but then the child grows out of it and then they just send it to a charity shop, and so they have some amazing bargains in there, and you won't find anything for free, but it still is good value for money. So obviously I looked in charity shops first for clothes for my big toddler boy, but obviously I couldn't find any, so which is why I went to Facebook Marketplace to look for some, which I got a big bundle, which was amazing, and I think that was only £10 as well, but I'm not too sure. I'm from the UK, so if you're not too sure what a charity shop is, it's basically like a thrift store. I don't know if that is the same thing, but basically charity shops, you give in your old stuff and they sell it on and the money goes to charity. So there's no sort of profit made at the charity shop. And unfortunately, that is all the tips I've got for today. So if I do think of any more, I'll put them down in the comments and I'll probably pin it, or I will make a part 2 of this video. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like this video if you found it helpful, and dislike if you didn't find it helpful, I guess. And if you have any more money saving suggestions, put them down below and you may be featured on a part 2 video. I'm not too sure. If I have enough, then maybe I'll make a part 2.